Canada's winter, one of Earth's most relentless trials. How does life endure this icy wilderness? Temperatures plummet to 40 below zero Fahrenheit, and in Yukon and Nunavut, they can nosedive to 50 below. Blizzards pile snow in towering drifts, while winds roar at 30 miles an hour, biting through anything exposed. Yet, in this brutal world where each day feels like a clash with the cold, life not only persists but thrives. Animals and plants alike defy the odds. Binding life in a delicate dance across this frozen frontier. Join us as we venture into Canada's wild, untamed heart. Snow reshapes the land into a realm of stark beauty. It blankets spruce and pine forests, their needle-like leaves standing firm against the frost. Offering shelter to roaming coyotes. Across Alberta's vast plains, prairie grasses lie dormant beneath deep snow. Waiting to nourish bison. In the Arctic, lichens cling to windswept rocks. A vital lifeline for caribou. While algae embedded in sea ice spark life for seals. Rivers freeze into glassy highways. And parts of the Arctic Ocean solidify under a glittering crust. Days dwindle to a mere 4 hours. The sun barely cresting the horizon, casting an eerie silver glow over snow-draped tundras and ice-bound seas. This land of extremes, beautiful yet unforgiving, challenges every spark of life. Making survival seem a near miracle. Yet life pulses through the frost, rooted in the quiet strength of plants and the tenacity of animals. Spruce forests whisper with resilience. their branches cradling snow while shielding Arctic foxes from biting winds. Prairie grasses hidden under drifts fuel the bison's relentless grazing. Lichens and moss sustain caribou. Which in turn feed wolves. While Arctic algae underpin a food chain that supports polar bears. These plants, though buried or frozen, are the unsung heroes of winter, anchoring a delicate web of survival. Animals, too, have mastered this icy grip. They unearth food when snow conceals every blade. Stay warm as winds slice like blades and navigate a world of shadow and ice. From Alberta's snow-swept plains to Nunavut's frozen coasts, their strength is a testament to nature's ingenuity. This journey unveils Canada's wild soul. Explore forests cloaked in snow, tundras sculpted by wind, and oceans locked in ice. Meet the creatures, bison plowing through drifts, polar bears striding across sea ice, owls gliding in twilight that not only endure but flourish. Alongside plants that defy the cold. Canada's winter is fierce, but its wildlife and vegetation are fiercer. Proving that even in the harshest seasons, life burns bright with unyielding resolve. Canada's winter transforms the land into a frozen masterpiece. Yet beneath the snow and ice, a vibrant pulse of life endures. From towering spruce forests to windswept tundras. This is a world where every element, plant, ice, and wind, plays a role in the symphony of survival. In this wild animal documentary, the landscapes that cradled Canada's ecosystems, revealing how they sustain life through the harshest season. And inspire awe across generations. In the boreal forests of Yukon, spruce and pine trees stand as silent guardians. their needle-like leaves defying the cold. Snow drapes their branches, creating shelters where life finds refuge. Beneath the drifts, moss and frozen berries lie in wait, ready to nourish hungry foragers. These forests hum with quiet resilience. Their roots anchoring a delicate balance that supports countless creatures. The wind whispers through the pines, carrying the scent of frost. A reminder of nature's unyielding strength. Across Alberta's prairies, vast plains stretch under a blanket of snow. Here, prairie grasses, though buried, hold fast. Their dry stalks a hidden feast for grazing herds. These grasses shape the land, their deep roots preventing erosion. And fostering soil that blooms in spring. The plains are a testament to endurance. Where every blade tells a story of survival. As blizzards sweep through, the grasses remain. A foundation for life that thrives against the odds. In Nunavut's tundras, the land is stark yet alive. Lichens and moss cling to rocks, their stubborn grip a lifeline for wandering herbivores. These tiny plants, thriving in sub-zero cold, are the tundra's unsung heroes. Fueling a food chain that ripples through the ecosystem. The tundra's frozen silence is deceptive beneath the surface. It pulses with connections, a fragile web woven by plants and ice. The Arctic seas, locked in glittering ice, are a world apart. Here, algae embedded in the frost spark a chain of life. feeding microscopic creatures that sustain larger predators. Sea ice, sculpted by wind and waves, forms highways for travel and platforms for rest. This frozen ocean is a cradle of biodiversity, its shimmering expanse a stage for nature's drama. The crack of ice underfoot echoes like a heartbeat, signaling life's persistence in the coldest depths. For indigenous peoples, these landscapes are sacred. The Inuit of Nunavut revere the tundra's lichens, which feed caribou as gifts from the land. The Cree of the boreal forests see the spruce as a protector, its branches a shield against winter's wrath. These cultures teach us to listen to the land, to hear the stories in the wind, the wisdom in the ice. Their reverence deepens our understanding, reminding us that Canada's winter is not just a challenge. Its landscapes, forests, plains, tundras, seas are the heartbeat of Canada's winter. They cradle life from the smallest lichen to the mightiest predator in a delicate dance of survival. As we journey through this frozen world, we see nature's genius. A web of plants, ice, and wind that holds firm against the cold. This is the stage where wild animals shine. Their stories rooted in the land we now explore. Canada's wild animals are true survivors. Each one has a unique way to conquer the brutal winter. Some roam miles to find food buried under snow. Others dig through deep drifts to uncover hidden meals. Many rely on thick fur or layers of fat. To stay warm in temperatures as low. From the snowy plains to the frozen Arctic seas, these creatures show incredible strength. Their diverse adaptations make them masters of this icy world. Canada's frozen landscapes, from Alberta's snow-covered grasslands to Nunavut's windswept tundras. Some beasts carve paths through snow. While others burrow or soar to find sustenance, to reach grass, their breath steaming in the frigid air. Arctic foxes dive into drifts to find food. Undeterred by blizzards, polar bears stride across sea ice. Their powerful bodies built for the Arctic's chill. Each step reveals nature's genius. Thick fur shields coyotes as they roam forests. Layers of fat insulate polar bears against icy waters. Arctic wolves huddle in packs, sharing heat to endure long, freezing nights. These adaptations are more than survival tools. They're proof of resilience, honed over generations to thrive in one of the harshest seasons on Earth. Darkness dominates Canada's winter, with days lasting just a few hours. Yet these animals find ways to navigate and thrive. Snowy owls use sharp hearing to locate food under a foot of snow. Coyotes and wolves travel under skies, guided by instinct. This journey will show how they overcome the challenges of limited light, transforming a world of ice into a stage for nature's boldest performers. From silent hunters using keen senses to pack travelers sharing strength. Each species crafts a unique path through winter's trials. In Canada's unforgiving winter, the coyote emerges as a master of survival. As dusk cloaks snow-laden forests and plains, this wily predator embarks on its hunt, a shadow in the twilight. With food scarce, its ingenuity shines, scavenging frozen berries, small rodents, or scraps left by larger predators. Balancing ecosystems by curbing pest populations. unfazed by sub-zero cold, its dense, tawny fur traps heat. A natural shield against biting winds that howl through pine growth. The coyote glides through snow. Its lean frame slicing icy paths with effortless grace. Capable of sprinting 25 miles per hour, it follows scent trails to navigate treacherous terrain. Its nose catching scents a mile off, defying blizzards. In open fields, it paws through drifts for hidden morsels, or freezes, ears pricked in silence, attuned to the faintest rustle. The coyote's tenacity is unmatched, caching surplus food beneath snow to outsmart famine. A clever tactic for lean times. Every step, every sniff, every calculated pause reflects its relentless drive. Whether darting across frozen plains or poised in a hushed forest, this wild animal embodies survival spirit. Its amber eyes glinting with resolve, and nimble paws weave a tale of triumph. Proving no winter can dim its cunning instincts or unyielding will to thrive in nature's harshest crucible. In the heart of Canada's snowy grasslands, the mighty bison stands as one of North America's most resilient wild animals. As winter storms bury Alberta's plains in deep snow, this colossal beast presses on, undeterred. With its powerful head and broad shoulders, it bulldozes through drift, unearthing dry prairie grasses vital for survival. Bison use facial muscles to sweep snow with precision, conserving energy in brutal cold. Their thick, shaggy fur and dense fat layer form an impenetrable shield. Enduring temperatures as low, bison harbor gut microbes that break down frozen grasses, extracting nutrients others can't. Standing firm against blizzards, their snow-dusted frames move with deliberate grace. Grazing to fuel their 2,000-pound bulk. Herds huddle in tight formations, sharing warmth and deterring predators. This titan's steamy breath rises like a defiant banner, its quiet dignity unshaken by the harshest storms. Once nearly extinct, bison now roam protected lands. Their recovery, a testament to nature's resilience. Whether plowing through snow or standing resolute, these wild animals embody raw strength. Shaping grasslands with every step. Their relentless drive cements their role as wilderness icons, perfectly built to conquer winter's grip. How do bison turn frozen grass into fuel for survival? The Arctic wolf, a master of teamwork and endurance, thrives in Canada's far northern wilderness, where winter temperatures regularly plunge well below 0 Fahrenheit. These remarkable wild animals navigate a vast frozen tundra cloaked in snow and ice. Food is scarce and often lies miles away. Yet Arctic wolves conquer the brutal cold through their strong social bonds and collective strength. How do Arctic wolves survive? And even thrive in such an unforgiving environment? Their secret lies in moving as a tight-knit pack. A family bound by trust and cooperation. By working together, they share the burden of finding food and protecting each other from the elements. Their thick white fur blends seamlessly with the snowy landscape. Providing both camouflage and insulation against biting winds and freezing temperatures. Communication is key. Through a complex language of growls, howls, and yips, the pack coordinates hunts across the vast snowfields. On average, Arctic wolf packs travel up to 43 miles a day. Guided by scent markers left on the ice and snow to track prey such as caribou and mussel. Tail flicks to signal danger, a silent code that keeps the pack safe. Staying close together conserves energy during the bitter cold, with the wolves huddling in tight groups to shield themselves from freezing nights. Non-breeding females play an essential role by helping to rear the pups, ensuring the survival of the next generation and strengthening the pack's bond. The polar bear, the undisputed king of the Arctic, roams Canada's frozen seas. A titan among wild animals, its thick blubber, up to 4 inches deep, insulates against icy winds and frigid waters. While its white fur reflects the snow's glare. In winter, sea ice forms its vast kingdom. A platform for travel and rest. It swims up to 62 miles through freezing oceans. Fueled by fat reserves when prey is scarce, its stamina. Polar bears use their acute sense of smell, detecting seals a mile away through ice. Their blubber aids flotation, while 12-inch wide paws lined with papillae for grip paddle through waves. They slow their metabolism in lean times. Conserving energy like a living battery. Brief winter gatherings where bears share kills, hinting at rare social bonds. They stalk breathing holes in ice, waiting patiently for seals. A tactic honed over generations. Striding across glittering sea ice, diving into dark waters, or lounging on a drifting berg. Eyes scanning for prey. The polar bear's power radiates in every step. A symbol of nature's resilience. This wild animal rules the frozen seas with unmatched might. Thriving where others falter. Its presence a testament to the Arctic's enduring wild heart. In this wild animal documentary, the Arctic fox shines as a tiny titan, thriving in Canada's harshest tundras. This wild animal braves cold, its fluffy white fur a marvel that keeps it toasty and blends perfectly with snow for camouflage. With clever instincts, it digs through snowdrifts up to 3 feet deep. unearthing frozen scraps or summer cached food. A survival trick that showcases its smarts. The Arctic fox's fur, packing over 20,000 hairs per square inch, traps heat like a cozy blanket, even in raging blizzards. When storms hit, it curls into a tight ball, tucking its bushy tail over its face to block wind. It shivers strategically to boost body heat without burning energy. This wild animal also scavenges seal carcasses left by polar bears. A flexible diet. Builds complex winter dens with multiple entrances, shielding it from predators and cold. As it scampers across the tundra, dive into snow for hidden morsels or hunker down against gusts. Its small size, barely 7 pounds, belies its grit. Unlike larger predators, it thrives on tiny meals, from lemmings to berries. Adapting to whatever the Arctic offers. These wild animals even change their hunting patterns with snow depth. A tactic that ensures success. The Arctic fox proves size doesn't limit strength. Mastering winter's toughest challenges with cunning and tenacity. In this wild animal documentary, its spirited dance through snow inspires. A testament to nature's brilliance in Canada's frozen north. In Canada, the snowy owl reigns as a majestic hunter. Soaring over snow-draped fields. This wild animal, cloaked in soft white feathers, blends seamlessly with the tundra. Its plumage keeping it warm. Its asymmetrical ears, one higher than the other. Pinpoint rodents scurrying beneath 12 inches of snow. A 3D sound map perfect for near darkness. With silent wings, it glides and dives. Snatching prey with lethal precision, snowy owls boast ultraviolet vision. Detecting urine trails of voles invisible to other predators, enhancing their winter hunts. Their feathers, layered like down, trap heat, allowing them to thrive when daylight dwindles to 4 hours. Unlike other owls, they hunt by day and dusk, adapting to the Arctic's fleeting light. Their heart rate slows during perching, a trick to stretch energy reserves. They perch motionless on snowy ridges, minimizing movement, a tactic that preserves strength in lean times. Canada's wild animals are nothing short of extraordinary. In the frozen north, each species shines with clever survival tactics. The coyote roams snowy forests, sniffing out scarce food with unmatched grit. The bison powers through deep drifts, uncovering grass to fuel its massive frame. Arctic wolves band together, their pack a fortress against howling winds. Polar bears stride across sea ice, thriving in a world of endless cold. The Arctic fox defies blizzards, curling tight to preserve warmth. Snowy owls glide through darkness, their sharp ears locking onto prey beneath snow. These wild animals don't just endure winter, they conquer it. Each has a unique way to beat the cold, from thick fur to keen senses. Them in action, coyotes darting, bison grazing, wolves huddling, bears swimming, foxes burrowing, owls diving. Their strength and smarts reveal nature's incredible power. Leaving us in awe of their resilience in this unforgiving season. Yet these triumphs face new threats, urging us to protect the wild they call home. Canada's wild animals are true icons of survival. In this wild animal documentary, remarkable species that thrive in a frozen world, their resilience and roles in nature inspire us. Reminding us of our duty to protect the wilderness we share. From vast plains to icy seas, these creatures embody the strength and spirit of the continent's rugged landscapes. Connecting us to a heritage worth preserving for future generations. The coyote is a tireless wanderer, roaming forests and plains across Canada and the US. Its relentless drive mirrors the pioneering spirit, adapting to any challenge with cunning and grit. This wild animal keeps ecosystems balanced, controlling smaller populations. And its howl is a haunting anthem of the wild, echoing through our shared North American frontier. The bison, a symbol of the Great Plains, stands like a monument against blizzards. It digs through feet of snow to graze, its raw power shaping grasslands that stretch from Alberta to Montana. The bison recalls a shared history, a living link to the prairies once roamed by millions. Its strength ensures the land stays fertile, a testament to nature's enduring might that we're called to protect. The Arctic wolf moves as a family, its white fur glowing against Canada's tundra. The pack shares warmth and strength, a model of unity. By maintaining balance in the Arctic, they preserve a delicate ecosystem. Urging us to safeguard their frozen home. The polar bear, a majestic ruler of the Arctic seas, strides across sea ice with unmatched confidence. Its fat layer shields it from icy waters, and it swims to find rest. This bear is a symbol of the Arctic's wild grandeur, a call to protect melting seas that threaten its survival. Its presence keeps marine ecosystems in check. A vital role in the planet's health. The Arctic fox. Small but mighty, defies the tundra's coldest days. Its dense fur, over 20,000 hairs per square inch, keeps it warm. And it dives into snow for cached food. By thriving in harsh conditions, it supports tundra life. A spark of hope for conservation efforts we can champion. The snowy owl, a ghostly hunter, glides over snowy fields. Its asymmetrical ears pinpointing prey under a foot of snow. Its silent flight and piercing eyes rival the bald eagle's majesty. Striking a chord with pride of their wildlife heritage. The owl's precision keeps field ecosystems balanced. A quiet hero of the North, inspired to protect. These wild animals make Canada's wilderness vibrant. Their strength, coyotes roaming, bison digging, wolves huddling, bears swimming, foxes burrowing, owls soaring, shows nature's brilliance. They inspire us to cherish our planet, recalling the awe of Yellowstone or Alaska's wilds. Canada's wild animals are treasures we must protect. Coyotes roam through snowy forests. Bison dig through feet of snow on plains, and polar bears swim across icy seas. Articular wolves unite in packs. Arctic foxes brave blizzards. And snowy owls hunt in twilight. These creatures, thriving in a brutal winter, remind us of the wilderness that spans our continent. From Alaska to Montana. Now it's our turn to ensure their survival for our kids and grand. You can make a difference with simple steps. Learn about coyotes, whose howls echo in American forests, or bison, icons of our Great Plains. Share their stories at community gatherings or online. Every tale spreads awareness. Support organizations like the National Wildlife Federation, which protect forests, prairies, and Arctic seas. These actions help polar bears find ice, bison graze freely, and owls soar over snowy fields. By acting together, we safeguard habitats where wolves roam and foxes curl up in storms. This is our planet. Legacy. Ensuring coyotes, bears, and owls thrive for generations. Thank you for joining us. Your support makes their future brighter. Canada's winter, one of Earth's most relentless trials.